Welcome in, you guys. Hey. All right, I am right on time here. I'm really excited for today's live. As you could tell earlier, I did a real quick jump on. I think it was like 3 minutes, but I couldn't contain myself. So, hi, you guys. Welcome to WCIA Network. Hey, Muffin Top, my amazing mod. All right. Hi, Mary. Shazam, how are you? Jean. Colleen, thanks you guys for coming on in. Rachel, look at this. Everyone's hopping in. Welcome to WCIA Network, where everything I do and say, hi, Justice Coming Soon, falls under Section 107 of Copyright Act 1976. Today is, hi, Rumpel. Here we go. A real important live. I find this to be one of the top 5 important lives, not to miss. And what did I say? Saturday. Colleen, because I'm going to pull together in 145 pages a couple real important comparisons that I feel bring all of my cases together very strongly. The High Purple Sneakers, Tim Mullins is my focus, meaning Tim Mullins videos are my focus. Tim Mullin has stuff in his videos that are not placed in there underneath his video or on top of the video. When I talk about deep fakes, which most of my videos are, if not all of them, it's either the information you see clearly on top covers the information that goes in the deep dark web, and they see it clearly, but we don't. Hey, little boy, congratulations. Love it. Or it goes on top and it just gets covered up, and you could find it between the frames if you choose to, or you just look above and beyond and you don't see it. WCIA Network here, we try to unveil those deep fakes so I could show you information and images that match what I see within my third eye. That is something that was shown to me that is within those videos, right? Even though I am focusing on Tim Mullin, we don't know Tim Mullin unless anyone here has met Tim Mullin. I don't know who he is. I don't care who he is. I don't care about the people that put this stuff together. I care about giving the children justice. I care about Summer Moon Wells and the missing children and bringing them justice by telling their story. I tell their story by sharing what I hear and see through however I receive it from the children. And for me, that's in many different ways. It could be voices, it could be smells, it could be images, it could be anything. But they're there, they're real, and the children want me to share their stories so they get justice. The only way they're going to get justice is by telling and sharing their story and hoping to educate those around me that are here listening on how to notice or pay attention to their little cues and clues that are inside these videos. If I could teach you guys what those elements look like and you could go get them yourself, then I've done my job correctly. Because that will help bring justice to the children by teaching others what's going on and maybe hoping that they open their eyes and teaching them how to open their eyes. It's a very difficult thing to see. It hurts to see it. Once you know it's there, you can't unsee it. For the last 2+ years, it's difficult. It's difficult to see. It's difficult to hear other people talk about certain subjects now, and biting my tongue so I don't say something that they don't understand or think is absolutely ridiculous, because I'm so over it. I'm so over having someone belittle what I say, because I just don't care anymore. I know better. Hi, Kathy Smith. Hi, DJ. So I'm going to be showing you very sad information on Summer Moon Wells. It hurts to see it because it's been there since day one. Since the day that Tim Mullen started putting information out on YouTube and Facebook. A lot of my presentation has to do with this day, 7 o'clock. I think that says Saturday. First I thought it said Sandman. It says, "Hello, Don. Just stopped by for a hello." Says, "Headed around putting up signs. This is Tim Mullen. Robin's friend. Do website. All those little puppy dogs done stole my heart, especially that little one with big ears. Tim." Now, hi DJ. First of all, I didn't know that he considered himself friends with Robin. I thought he met Robin for the very first time when he got bread at the bread making festival. So, Robin's friend. So, if I don't get that. That's like the first thing I just have to point out. I don't get that. Does it mean anything? Is it going to find Summer Moon Wells? No. Is it going to help the case? No. No. But why put that if you didn't know her and you weren't friends with her before? This video has a lot of words back and forth. This is the video that holds to me the key to solving Summer Moon if the authorities choose to move on it. It's up to them because we can't do that. Hi, Liz. Hi, Vanessa. We can't do that, right? We're not. Hi, Rachel. We're not the authorities. All we could do is shed light on what we feel to be information that will help solve the case. The information that we feel will bring justice to these children. Yes, no one was home except heart-winning little puppy dogs. This is him telling this to Robin. Go back. They are home, LOL. I left them a note. Oh my word, that's hilarious. They were both home and Candace called like your friend was here and left. She and Don were both inside. Now, it's important to point out the words that are being placed within this video. And you're going to see why, because it does all come together. This is the puppy dog that he said he saw. He was the only one there. No one was home. If no one was home and that's the puppy dog that he took a video of, that's a child's hand on the puppy dog. I pointed this out 2 years ago. That's not Tim Mullen's arm, and that's not Tim Mullen's hand. And God said, I have heard your prayer. This is what went up on Finding SUMMERWELLS. This is a video that wound up on the Finding SUMMERWELLS site. It's one of the first videos. It's got many, many, many holes, starting with this. That is not Tim Mullen's hand. That is not an adult's arm. This is not an adult's arm. I want you to notice the nails, the knuckles, and the little piece that I call trophy on the ground. You guys, this is critical because the information that is placed in the video absolutely makes no sense. Here is the picture open all the way. I want you to notice something is very, very, very wrong with this dog's face. I've already told, animal abuse that shit was going on over here. This is no puppy. Either something was put on the dog's face or something was removed on the other side. The teeth are gone. I want you to notice inside the mouth. I want you to notice that something is very, very wrong with the dog he is pointing out. The other thing that is super important to notice, and the reason being is because the nails and the nail polish has been top on my list. Actually, it was one of my very first elements. This is a little girl. This is so sad to me that this could be put out there. I think it was like August 2021, August 28th, maybe. And the authorities didn't even fucking notice this shit. Here's the trophy. There's the number 5, the 3 prongs. Let me show you. Let me crop it in. This is just the smallest bit of the video so far, because what I'm going to show you, those are in the grass. Now, I know what to look for. That's a bone, and that's the number 5. Like, my eye goes right to it. That's not a leaf. This is the Summer Moon Wells Missing Children's case, you guys. And from the beginning, no one did anything about this. That's sticking out. This speaks to me. Tim Mullen is speaking. Now, I know I told you guys, I brought it up, I don't even know when. I'm like, the icon for Find Summer Wells, it says Tim Mullen is saying, I've been following the Wells family on their website. Have you seen it? This is when findsummerwells.com were the Wells. The Wells put up the white box, which completely symbolizes summer, as their icon. The Wells themselves put this up. It's not up there anymore. But that little box symbolizes summer. So this was right before he took over. Tim made the website, yes. He took it over. This photo was gone very quickly. Very quickly. Tim took it over. You could find this photo at 20 minutes and 27 seconds into his video. So when I have an important piece like this, you could go find it. He shows it over the water, the tree. This is very somber to me. It's I could see summer walking over here, you know. I could see summer over here. I could see trophies being stuck in here. There is no other reason Tim is showing that unless those are trophies. Now, everything I do and say falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. I have no proof these things are right, or you can't prove to me that they're wrong either. This is Summer Moon Wells. This came from Jody Sue's video. I am putting things in here in order to pull my story together today. My story is going to show you her journey, just like Tim Mullen says. This is supposed to be Jody Sue Brown in Jody Sue Brown's video. It never was. It never will be. This is a child. This child is what I called Summer Moon Wells Missing Children. These children are all looking for justice. This photo here is Summer. The other day, I apologize, when I showed the picture from the girl from the Beast in Forever Kent, whatever, and I said that she's covered in the images of summer moon. This is what I meant. The images that are on her body, which obviously were put in their deep fake, represent the same little fragments of hair, or just like those brushes of three prongs that you see on Summer to the left. That picture of Summer comes from Tim Mullen's video that I'm showing you today. Those are really important elements. When I saw this girl's video, it's not about her. It's about what's on her chin. It's about what's in her hair, on her neck, on her skin. All of this stuff that turns into looking like hay, or looking like straw, or looking like fibers. You know, fibers is it. This is summer moon. Let me make this smaller. Summer moons, because I'm showing you the video that is marked summer moon's journey, it's important to show this. Wait, hold on. Here we go. This is the same storytelling as this. So for the people, blades of grass, yes. For the people doing this and putting this shit on the Summer Moon Wells and then placing it in videos that I use to find this information, it's a joke that you think that this shit's not going to be noticed anymore. It's a fucking joke. I want to also go back, because I am bringing this little girl back in, Amber Hagerman. Amber is to the right. To the left is Robert Vaughn from the videos I have of this machinery being built. Amber from Amber Alert is one of the very first children that went through this. Her whole entire video is filled with every element that I have introduced through Summer Moon Wells, Missing Children. Every element, you guys, and every element that is within the machinery and found within these deep dark holes matches up with the equipment and the layout of the land, and the way these things are placed in the earth comes from this guy's video. So as we wrap all this shit together, it's important that the authorities know where to look. You know, it's important. I'm also throwing this in here today because I believe that this is a Summer Moon Wells missing child. This is the fisherman's boat that I follow. I pulled this photo because I feel it has got an impact. No one did shit about it. I showed this child laying on the bottom of a boat just like this. Here it is. Nothing. This is the boat that I really said, I think Summer Moon, I think this is Summer. Look at her eye. Look at the blood. Look at her hair. Look at the boots. Look how they're looking down at her. Straddling her, just looking at her. The elements are in her hair. They're within this photo. She might as well have this stuff wrapped around her. This is what's over there in the hair. This stuff. Because it's the same thing, you guys. When the story is being told, they don't shift elements. They shift the deep fake, right? This is what's in, I call her Summer Moon, is in her hair. These are trophies, you guys. This child went through this sacrifice. See the little head in there? That little head that's in there, like with hers, actually I have it in here, looks just like the bread making, wait, where'd I have it in here. Let me grab the photo. It's the bread making, the head in the bread, wait. Here it is. This bread making thing tells that story. You see. It tells the story. There's the bread. All wrapped up for Tim Mullen. No difference, you guys. This is how the children see it, and this is how they tell their story. And this is another photo I must keep in my presentations. There's something about this photo. I haven't pinpointed it other than I think it's one of the bridge locations. I do know this guy is in Tennessee by the carnival. This bridge location, this photo I've had for for a little over 2 years, right? I can't seem to shake it. There's another story that's just here that the children don't know this part of the story. Maybe they're gone by now. Maybe this is part of what they don't see, or else they would know where they are. The only thing that I recognize is under the bridge. That's it. And the carnival. The green bars. That's it. Possibly his tattoo. But I'm keeping this in here because it is important to the story. Those yellow buckets that wind up in a boat, water, leaves, grass, trees are all layers of called deep fake that are placed above very important pieces of information that they don't want us to know. This is part of it. That yellow box is the same yellow box that we saw in the Wells property, and it's the same yellow box that we followed to Adventures with Purpose. These boxes are the same. They're the same box, you guys. They're consistently showing up. That box consistently shows up. The only reason elements consistently show up is when they are of importance and that the children know it's part of their story. They know it is. They know it is. You know, I can't get all my information all the time, but I can get what they have seen, the smells, the darkness, the chill in the air, when they're soaking wet and dirty and covered in sand, when their hands feel gritty and grindy, and when they don't, when they get washed off with a hose that's cold. These are the same baskets, the same buckets. The only other place that I saw that was on Xanime's video. Now, a lot of you that are new won't even know what I'm talking about. Man, it was a long time ago, right in the beginning. I think this was Kylie Rodney's case. It was. I just remember Kylie Rodney's case, where Xanime would go on with Ryan Upchurch and Dream Chasers or Dream Catchers. I have no idea. American Dream Chaser. And there was a couple videos that were taken down and were totally dismissed. And as soon as you remember, DJ? Yes, remember? I'm like, as soon as they put stuff up there that they want to talk down on, so people are like, oh, you don't make nothing of it. Oh, it's no big deal. Oh, what crazy thing. Or, wow, do you see that? Whatever. This is more important. So lots of times they'll put information up and recognize that, holy shit, they shouldn't have made it. They shouldn't have made it up there. I think some of these creators know when shit gets put up there. This is the same thing that Check It TV had. Now, a lot of you may be looking at this like, what is this? This is something that's in the water. They go get it. Yep. They go get it. They bring it back, or they put it back in the water and they leave. This person went out on a little sail, if you remember. Like, it was a little sailboat or something. And they were like, oh, it got turned upside down. As soon as the story was getting more ridiculous and more ridiculous, that's when I go look. I'm like, their story is getting so messed up. This is the equipment that I see. Now, that may look like nonsense to some people that haven't been here, but that's part of the equipment. This is part of the equipment that, yes, DJ, correct. Now you're making me remember. It was either under the car or on top of the car. This was something that they had to move quickly at night. And this was something that was part of the car. Yeah, it was, and they took it out of the water. Or they went in and got it out of the water. What I know is this was, the more they talked about it, here I'm going to turn it this way, the more ridiculous they all sounded. This. And this is an element. Yeah, I think she was at the same party that this group was at. I put this up because every time I find this one, I'm looking for the one that Summer's in. Then when I have the one with Summer's in with this green thing, I'm like, I have one with Candace. So I'm just going to fly by that. Okay, right now. One of the common elements that I'm bringing up now is because of the BTK serial killer information. When I saw the drawings, and this is going to help wrap, I'm going to try to make these transitions make sense. When I saw the BTK drawings, and I've been working with, for over 2 years, symbols like what you're looking like. This is Jody Sue Brown. And for almost 2.5 years, I've been looking at the same information, right? And everyone knows when you're looking at the same kind of information, it becomes easier to see. Because your brain is getting rewired to see it. This is Jody Sue Brown. In the beginning, I would notice all that shit on the neck and all that, but one of the things that I consistently notice were the number 5s, the E's, the R's, the A's, the V's. They were always the same. Same pattern, same square, same information. I have this on Summer Moon Wells's milk jug. I have this on one of those containers that looks like paint or cement. This is a stamp. This is a common stamp that they use. When I looked at the BTK killer's information, I'm like, what? Like, it was there. And because I saw it, I decided to go back to go grab information on drawings with all these like weird childish drawings. Childish drawings, and the childish drawings are throughout all of these cases, dating all the way back to Amber Alert, dating all the way back to John Wayne Gacy, with all of his little drawings and his sketches all over his outfits. This here is what was one of my first drawings. This is on the Wells property. This is DONWELLS construction. And I like to brighten it up and change it when I'm live here with you guys. So I'm going to turn this and show you. This was the first time I'm like, there's a fucking stick in the element. These are talking to me. And I see the story of the children, you know? And I try to explain to the TBI, I'm like, you've got the clues within the drawings. They're there. They have the same lettering. They spell words. And they're connected to the little critters. And they're the same drawings in every one of these cases. Every one of them have them. But it wasn't until I noticed in the BTK drawing that no one was seeing this shit. Like, I looked at this, one of them, I'm like, really? They don't see the letters and shit that's up there and this whole situation? They don't. So that is why it's so important to educate and not just sit here and just regurgitate and shove my shit down your throats. Because you may think that the photo here to the left, this one here, repeats itself. The photo that's attached to Summer to the right comes from Check It TV's video. Not Summer's. Summer's video, the Wells' video, is to the right. Check It TV did a video on this abandoned cabin, which wasn't an abandoned cabin. It was telling the story of Summer and no one gave a fuck. You know how the little chairs changed underneath the tree? They went from a collapsed chair to a different chair, and then these same chairs show up in the window of the Idaho 4. You guys, shit doesn't just show up in a fucking window. A collapsible chair like that doesn't just show up in a window. It stays the same. These are two different videos. You would think that Candace Bly Wells is standing on the porch of either one of these because they're the same. It's the same situation. But they want you to think it's a different location. Don Wells' cars, and I'm going to show cars, this is why I'm showing this. The other thing to pay attention to, it's fake cars. The pieces that are intertwined and changed have everything to do with the children. Half of his video has a maroon box front of his car. The other half is silver. So it's things to pay attention to. The Wells know the story. Tim Mullen knows the story. Check It TV knows the story. The people, some of the people I think know the story. This is from the fisherman's boat. That is piece of the equipment that is critical. This is the piece of equipment that people hold in their hands as a phone. They hold them in a hand as a camera, video recorder. Tim Mullen's picture is next. Tim Mullen and the guy from Idaho 4 and the guy that I said is in the basement of someone's fucking house hold the same thing. That is not a normal camera, period. It is not a normal camera. I am allowed to say that because I have been seeing it way too long. What you usually see, I've showed this so many times. This here is what that crazy guy in the Idaho 4 video is also holding. You look really closely at Tim Mullins. I'll show you other photo. Change the coloring. We change the coloring, crop it for you. And you'll see what I'm talking about. Here's a little piece of it when you change there's the number 5 in there, the little pieces. What you see right in here is a piece of element throughout all the cases. This is the head, this is the 5, this is the 5, this is a little critter right here. When I see my elements, I recognize them. This is Tim Mullen in the beginning, 1 second into the video. It's 1 second into the video that tells me really all I need to know. If you guys look at it through the eyes of what I've been teaching, you're going to see that it gives information that gives location. It gives information that shows different faces other than Tim Mullen. And this is why I always say it's not about Tim Mullen. It's about Tim Mullen. We're talking about Tim Mullen, but you don't know who Tim Mullen really is. The faces change. They don't stay the same. They never do. But let me tell you something. They're doing the same fucking thing. They're doing the same thing. It doesn't change. This here, before I get too far away, is important for you guys to recognize. It's not the white bus as much as it is how it's placed in this video. It's placed inside a frame of a phone. You see, this is deep faked. This phone is in someone's hand. This is just like what that guy's doing. This. Let me turn it to show you. Yeah, let me see how it matches. Or maybe it is this way. me change the color and I'll show you. So the equipment and what's going on here, wait, contrast, bright, here. This here, if you really look at this, it doesn't make sense. There's someone holding the rim of this thing and showing an image in it. It's not a car with a car of a car in the window. I mean, just, it's common sense, right? But it's that pin that's across the top. This is like that telephone. It's got the pin across the top. It makes no sense. All of this is the same kind of information. It's like being deep faked with layers of layers, and it's being done through equipment. And for some reason, again, they don't want to look at it. This is what's in the background of that quick photo. Speaks, baby. Speaks. So as you see, this is a nonsense photo. It's a photo within the phone of a photo. Like, what they're doing here is the same. It's the same situation to cover up shit. Whoever is in the window of this frame, this one, this here, look, so just remember, Tim Mullen could add a tree, add a leaf, remove the tree here and look beyond the tree. There's shit going on in that box. That's a box. There's no difference between this box and Summer Moon Wells' box in her car. None. And they have the plastic over it. It's the same situation. I mean, it doesn't make any sense, you guys, if you really look at it. These are what you see on his shirt. This goes back years. These are the same letters, the same information on this shirt that I got from actually it looks like Andrew Hilt. It's the same information as that's right here in Amber Alert. Amber Alert shows all of the same lettering and the same drawings and the same information that matches Summer Moon Wells' missing children. Look. What you see on this dude's head is the same information. That comes from Benny Keys' video. I don't know who that boy is. But all of these letters don't change. They don't change. All the authorities have to do is zoom in. Read them. They're not just there for nonsense. They're there. I'm just using this as an example. And I'm sorry, Ryan Upchurch, I'm using you as an example, but I am. I want you to look at this photo. I selected this for a reason. Yes, PA, 5A, an R, and an R. That is how they talk to one another, Justice. Ryan Upchurch, you're killing me, man. Seriously, fucking killing me. I don't know if you know, it might be just something I do and I know how these are looked at. But your drawings are no different than any of the drawings that I have showed. Ryan Upchurch has got a few new freaking videos that really speak. And it's not really about him. But if for some reason you are showing location of what's going on your property, this is going to get busted through one day. Because the coding of this isn't as complicated as you guys think. It isn't. Because all you gotta do is change the contrast and change the color. And I see the fucking story. I don't want to see the story. I didn't ask to see the goddamn story. But there's no child that drew this for you and gave it to you. No way. I call a bullshit. I call bullshit. So as this starts talking to me, I just start flipping it. And I'll tell you what I see. Give me a minute. Let me crop this a little smaller, you guys. Right. Here we go. This is how I see it, you guys. This here this is the full picture. So knowing this is the full photo, this person is on the track back here in one of those cars. This is the head. This is the track. This is the backyard. This is the car. This is telling the story of where the car goes and where to find it and how to get it. This car, let me flip it. This thing matches going this way. So all I see here is a story of those dots are for people. And it's telling me that this shit is somewhere on property. And oh, there's water involved. So where I see water, I see water. This is water. This is water. This is by water. You see? They're going out. This is the car. This is this. This is that. It's going to the water. So this shit goes to the water. That's how I see it. So when I look at these drawings, they tell me the story just like Amber. Look at Amber's. You all might be like, what the fuck? It's just covered in leaves. They're in the leaves. Summer Moon Wells, let us know. They are in the leaves. All the information that we know that shows in the leaves tells the children's story. It tells the story. Amber Alert. Amber was one of the very first ones to tell the story. Just like these here, these little things are the ones that I showed you in Amber's drawing from her house. I'm like, those are the little sticks. That's someone's freaking telephone telling the story. This is telling the story right here. That is no different than when I showed you the guy from the Idaho 4 holding up his phone. Or Tim Mullins holding up his phone. These are major speaking pieces. Major. nature pieces. Here we go with a really, really, very important piece of my storytelling. What you're looking at is from Tim Mullen's video I've been showing you. Tim Mullen's video of the bread making day when he goes up into the Kingsport clock tower. For those that remember when I would show the clock, I'm like, you guys, all the elements are in here. There's that little critter. There's a little critter hanging in the window. This was the critter I kept for 2 years. Now someone will be like, what the heck is that? Well, it's the green. It's the L. It's the green face. It's the number 5. It's the element. Oh, I kept it. I kept it. It showed up again. Not only just in this BTK's drawings, but to me, the location that's in Tim Mullen's video. This is a barn. And what's so different about this barn is he has a little teeny section between the barn and that silo thing. And I gave a reading on this the other day. I'm like, this person is being dropped head first down into that thing. Right into that little house that's in between. Right here. The box. I gave a reading on this. This on the top says 293. This has all. These are just like the hay. They're not just sticks, you guys. They're not just someone who's so mechanical and so crazy. This guy doesn't just draw a stick. These are side by side. This is from the clock tower, and this is from that guy. Those little pieces and squigglies are these. Might be bigger here. They are all the same. This is supposed to be Summer's head laying in the car. This is also Candace, or someone else that died with her, someone else's head. This way, Summer, and then a baby. All this stuff is what was pointed out early on that was on her jacket, her pink jacket. Those same squigglies and 5s were found in the guy's picture from the Walgreens. The A's, like this, which are also within the video, go all the way back. This one happens to be from Molly Golightly. All these elements, you guys, this is Molly Golightly. These are all the same. I'm going to show it to you in the video. This is Don Wells. This is supposed to be a picture of his son at work. It's not a picture of his son at work. It's a picture of sacrifice, as this one is. As this one is. This is Tim Mullen holding his A. This is Summer Moon Wells' vigil. This is, I don't know where it comes from, one of these videos. Tim Mullen's video. All of what it's showing you guys, I have said, this is what I've been showing that was at the church. This isn't just holding a camera. These all match. This is what Tim Mullen is holding. It is the same as these. Idaho 4, Lori Vallow, Amber Alert. All the same. All the same. This is the same. This squiggly, this number 5, telling the same story. Kaylee Anthony. This is from her video, you guys. They showed the location. This is the same. This is a photo, a perfect photo of a tunnel that holds this information. This is an example of a location that they showed in Kaylee's case where this would be. You know what? I rather not say where I got this. She's a creator that I like. This is underground. This is underground. This is what the tunnel looks like, you guys. This is a torture room. I kept these videos. Torture room. They're underground. These all come from the cases that I follow, you guys. These all come from the cases that I talk about every day. These are rooms beneath rooms that nobody wants to acknowledge. Nobody wants to acknowledge what is going down underneath these rooms. These match. These are from the cases that I've been showing you. These are holes where used to be, like what I'm telling you, railroads, tunnels, railroads and tunnels, and they get through them through under bridges, under trains. These are accessed that way, you guys. That's why they need the waterways. They need the waterways. You need them to get to where you're going. This is from one of Benny's videos, I believe, but I've showed this 100 times. Showing it again, you know why? Because it matches. It matches. This person's head is sticking in something like this. See? Their heads go in the corners. You might as well plop that body right into that photo. It's the same thing. Why? Because it's the same story. It's the same story over and over and over. This here, let me crop it. This here, I'm going to change the contrast so you could see it better. This situation here is a location that this is telling the story. This is telling that story. You see there's no difference? This is like the fake window, the fake car that their heads get stuck into the window of the car. This is, the fake car looks like this. This and this are the same. This person is in this situation. Boom, boom. No different. No different. Kaylee Anthony's, let me show you, is the same location. Let's see if I get the V's right. I turn it this way. Boom. This is Kaylee Anthony's. Oh wait, let me turn it. See, I followed the L. See how there's certain things you could follow. This is Kaylee Anthony's. This is the same situation, you guys. And when I'm talking about the L, it's what's down here. They're always used, I don't know what they are. They're just the same shapes, right? This L. It's like a major shape. They're the same. I'm showing this to you because I'm building up the finale. These are elements that are in these rooms. These are pieces of the equipment that are behind the walls of a room of a door. This is what it looks like. I take snapshots of it. I believe these are gateways. How to get down there. Thank you, Ryan Upchurch, for showing this to me. No coincidence. I think this is fucking major photo. As well as these. What you see to the left is from Amber Alert. That's your L to the right. Don Wells' house shows the same doorways. This comes from Don Wells' house. Make sense of that, you guys. Make sense of the fact that the person whose daughter is missing, this is what the inside of his house looks like. and it hasn't been ripped apart. Remember this little boy? They all have holes in the ground that get them to the area in which they need to be. These are the holes that lead to the tunnels in which this shit is happening. I have so many photos of these holes, and they all match in elements. They all match. They all have the number 5 as the top of their box. See this? It's not that I'm like, just look for a hole in the ground. They all have the same information. There's plexiglass. There's a 5. It's metal. It's dark. It's down under. And it's in a hole in the ground. These holes don't change. They don't. This photo here that I have in here comes from the fisherman's boat on the day that I got information on Summer. Someone is coming up out of the bottom of the boat. This is a hidden door trap, because then that top lifts and they're in the boat, but this person is laying in this box and it's locked. So this here, maybe if I turn it this way, you could see the little person in there. This is on the boat, you guys, from the video that I kept. You could see the little person in there. See? It's a little person. This is a little head. Looks like they're stuck inside of a bear. This is a child's head. This is a trap door that opens into the boat. This came from the video, you guys. This came from the video. Do you have any idea how frustrating it is? I'm serious. That no law enforcement has touched it yet. I made it brighter. I made it as bright as I could for you to see the child in there. See the child's face? That trap door is going to open. It's upsetting. This is equipment. This is equipment from Ryan Upchurch's video. And this is Tim Mullen's video. Tim Mullen's video shows how you could add grass, you could add water, you could add any kind of shit you want to cover up the truth. But I'm going to uncover it. My clairvoyance, my feeling, my third eye tells me what's going on. It tells me what the person is feeling within the moment of what they're doing. If the authorities could just listen, they could go find SUMMERWELLS. These are from Ryan Upchurch's video. I don't know. I'm very upset about these. I'm very upset about them because I don't want to see these number 5s on his hand. I don't want to see any of this stuff on him. And it just doesn't stop showing up. And I don't get it. I don't get what is going on. All of a sudden, his videos are just a fucking mess. This might as well be Aaron Carter. Literally, this might as well be Aaron Carter sitting in this chair. I have the same photo of Aaron Carter sitting in this chair. You know, now we're going to focus in on Tim. This is Tim Mullen's video, starting with the clock. You guys don't go anywhere because the best parts are coming. He shows the inside of this clock, but when he's showing the ceiling, the wood, to me, that's the only truth that I see within this video. I don't see much of what he wants us to see. I see the story of Summer, and I see the answers, the actual answers to solving her case. I think that the only thing that these videos that I'm about to show you are telling us is her journey, just like he said. It's Summer's journey. And I am putting it out there that Tim Mullen knows what happened to her. Actually. Because this stuff in here has been copy and pasted in, and whoever did this shit sucked at it. So these were one of the first videos. I want you to notice how these were tampered with, but this here is the A-frame to Summer Moon Wells' story. This. But this has been copied and pasted in. This is telling the story. This is a fuck up. Really bad editing. For someone who's really good at editing, it's really shitty editing. It's the letters under here that are the most important, actually. And that thing that I got hanging came from this clock. So understand that this is like a sacrifice piece. Like, this is what pierces someone. That thing hanging came from this clock that I kept. I kept it. They show him going down. See how this is falsified. Falsified. All of this was placed in here. This and this are two separate walls. But it's that little thing hanging that is super clear. These have been placed in here. So he is not a very good editor. He sucks at it. Sucks at it. They are going down into the tunnel. Down into the tunnel. Look how bad the editing is. Look at this. The truth is, they're going down into the tunnel, and this is Summer Moon Wells' story. These pieces here represent Summer Moon. These are the bread pieces. This is the bread making. That there is really what the story, like everything else in his video sucks because they sucked at doing the editing. I don't even know how else to say it any better. Sucked at it. This is whatever sacrifice shit that they're making at the bread making. That represents summer. That. All this shit around here is fake. Tim Mullen is telling the story of Summer Moon. This is on top of, all of a sudden, this is what it looks like. This is all part of the equipment, you guys. Look at how fake. But that little critter hangs in here. Tim Mullen is telling Summer Moon's story. Tim Mullen is telling the story right here. This should give you guys chills, because this is all wood. This is a number 5. This goes down into the ground. This is construction. This is her story. This is her story, Tim Mullen. This is her story, Tim Mullen. Not this. This comes from the same video. This is a crock of shit. This is Summer Moon Wells' fucking story. And guess what? Pay attention to this green dumpster. You guys, this all goes down into the ground. Pay attention to that green dumpster, because that's the green dumpster I'm going to show you that moves in the next video. It doesn't stay together. You guys, the elements stay the same. I don't care what deep fake that this guy who thinks he is so good at what he does put in here. You are the vehicle to getting Summer home. I want to know, where the fuck is she? Tim Mullen, you deep fake this shit so badly, you match Benny Keys deep faking his shit. Look, that's how Benny Keys did it on his computer. These are fake. Look at that building. It's like a building leaning on a building of a building of a building. It's like you made it with a Lego thing. Legos. You're using the same equipment as Benny is using. Wait 1 second. Wait. Wait. This is the same. You're deep faking and trying to cover up your story. Guess what? I'm busting right through it. SUMMERWELLS went down under, you guys, under the wood pieces, beneath the ground. She went beneath this. This is this. That is why I said the only thing that's real in this is the wood, because this is that wood right there. And they're showing that wood in the clock, but it's not in the clock. See? Now this is outside. Here it shows outside. Here it shows inside. There is Summer's box. This is the same video. This is the sacrifice. What's fake are all the kids you're pulling. What's real is this. That's the tractor that they pull across the Wells property in video number 1. Video number 1, they pulled this. That right there, you guys, that's her box. Those are her maroon boxes. He's showing the story. Those are her maroon boxes. He is showing the story. Something wants to come out from this video, and what it's telling us is they're being pulled from underneath. So wherever these people are, they're under. See, it shows as if here is it's under the red car. And I've said that this stuff goes under the car, it's under the car, it's under the car. This shows that it's under his car. This car is parked on the grass. I don't care how ridiculous it looks. They're telling the story. It's under the car. It's always been under DONWELLS' car. Those are Summer Moon's boxes. And that's the green face traveling around. This guy is telling Summer's story. Look, same videos. You see the wood in the up the right-hand side? That's the story. They're under the construction. That is how they construct it. In the walls of the new construction, they put shit. Between the planks, between the pieces. We watched Don build it. Look. We watched him build it. Tim Mullen is telling the story. Tim Mullen is showing the pieces. Rich Ryan Upchurch, we'll get to him later. I want to get to this. Welcome to the answer that the authorities need to look into, and that is this. This video, whoever created this video, knows the story of all of these sacrifices. I'm telling you the ones that go all the way back to the 70s to BTK murders. Whoever put this together, watch. Put your listening caps on and watch. Whoever put this together did a real shitty job. They didn't keep things consistent, but what they did was show the elements well enough for the authorities to know what happened. There's your green box. Now let me tell you, this video is within minutes. Nothing should be moving. Nothing should be changing. Fences shouldn't be changing. Boxes shouldn't be moving because no one comes in there to move anything. That green box to the left disappears in the video. Let me explain something to you. I said this from the Idaho 4, from SUMMERWELLS. All of the videos, all of the cases have this green box. It is the dumpster. It's a dumpster. That green box shows up in his different videos. Here, it's next to the supposedly, allegedly barn. Not only does that thing move, but the little house that I said that they dump these things in disappears. This is no longer here. It's a whole different fucking photo. Now, remember, see this? It's built the same way. What I was telling the authorities is those people are being dumped upside down into that little teeny house in between, and then they're being taken away in that dumpster. This are the little houses that come and go. These. See all the shit that shows up? All this nonsense? You see the top of this thing with the V and all of the trees and vines and all this shit? Same thing that they show here. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. During the video, you guys, it changes. This person is walking into the fucking water. They're in black robes. Here's the green dumpster. Where's the door? Where's the fence? So you can't look as if this is the answer. I'm telling you that this is the story. This shit shouldn't be changing. The dumpster moves. The people shouldn't be there staring at the pond. This dumpster and this situation don't stay the same. It's like completely different locations. That is why you pay attention to the elements. See that little house that's in here with the dumpster? See that little house there with the person in it? It's like a little railroad cart. It moves. That little thing is that little house that disappears. You guys, Timolin, where is Summer? I am so out of my body, you have no fucking idea. How the hell can you explain this shit? I'm not even going into all the little kooky shit that's all over the place. I am staying with this. I'm staying with the story. I'm staying with the story that this here is how it starts. Where the fuck is Summer? You guys are going to get even angrier as I continue. You're going to get angrier. Hear the men. Look at the house. Look at the difference between what's happening here. There is no house in between. And the red dumpster's gone. The red one with the head in it. This one. That one. And look at the two men. If you then zoom in to the two men, the reason the head in the red thing is gone is because they're putting it in the fucking water. You guys are gonna freak. Watch. Red-handed. Brighten it up. They are now putting a person in the water. Oh yeah, they're there and then they're gone. There's the person right there. Okay? Then they're gone. Look, here they are. The little person's there, right here. Wait 1 second. Wait. Second. Right here is the person going in the water. That piece is gone. This is the situation that they're telling in the BTK serial killer's video. That's how I put it all together, is from his video. This thing here is this, and it disappears. It I don't know what it is. Comes and goes. This shows you how whoever did the videoing and the editing, every time they show the same part of property, it's different. It's different. The most important thing to notice are the elements. There's a door here. It's all different. There's a fence. There's no fence. There's grass. There's water. There's no grass. It's mud. So they tried to put this together. They tried. Here's the green dumpster. It moves. They're so stupid. Here it is. This is the green dumpster. They pan over here and then it goes away. It's here and then it goes away. Why does it go away? Because it shows up at the other side. The other thing that disappears is this is the house that gets stuck in between. This is all fake, you guys. These are just stuck in here to tell the story. Let me show you. So from here, what moves is the green dumpster. That is what's right here. And that little house that you see there with the fake front door, is that. Look how fake. But they use them. These are like carts. They're like boxes. They're just a box. But they show this shit moving across the property. You see. Wait till you see this next part. I'm going to show you summer. So hold tight. Don't go anywhere. There's so much stuff in the trees with the white thing in the trees. There's so much stuff. Like here I'm showing you the top one doesn't have a fence around it and the bottom one has a fence around it. Like they just don't keep the stuff consistent. They just don't. Like these just, like, there's no fence. There's a fence. Like it just doesn't stay consistent. Oh my God, you guys, hold on to your shorts. You're going to freak out. You're going to get so mad at this part. Here's the front of the barn. Here's a close-up of what this thing looks like. Here's a close-up of how fake this is. Something over here. This person here hanging in this situation. Wait, let me cut this. Is this situation. You guys, when I tell you that these are the same things, here, this see the person upside down. Remember I said that this was someone upside down right here. Here, right here. Let me show you what this photo looks like. Such fucking idiots. So it's so the same that it's frustrating. Here is the person against the silo, just like this is going on. See it? Right here. When I tell you that these people are doing it the same way as BTK, I mean it. This here is the same story as this. This here is Summer Moon Wells' story. It's telling this story, you guys. It's telling this story. It's what it's doing. I'm going to show you Summer Moon. This situation is critical for them to go look at. This tree, it comes and goes off of this property. Sometimes it's there and sometimes it isn't. All that tells me is this is Summer's tree. This, she has a tree. And this is her tree. Right here. It's very powerful, but this isn't the Summer. You're going to see Summer in a minute. So these are the matching pieces. To the left is the BTK killer. To the right is Tim Mullen. I put this in here only because this was the last bit of information that Robin sent Tim before I began to see Summer. This is when I started seeing Summer. This is the property. This is what it looks like from 3 different photos that none of them are the same. The fence is there and then the fence is not there. It doesn't stay the same. This is very important before I show you the next important ones. I need you to notice how Tim Mullen uses grass and hay and those little things to cover up the elements. TBI, FBI, whoever is listening needs to figure out the words that have been placed on the building. The words that have been placed on the building are extremely important. They have been put in the video. This here is what Tim Mullen does to cover up information. It is no different than these hay pieces. It's coming off of the same element. These words are important to figure out what they say. They are part of the video. I think that it is critical. Wherever the heart is, it's important to figure this out, because this whole situation doesn't even match the building we've been looking at. I know that this is about summer, and I know whatever is written in here is critical. It's critical. These words here . They're just letters to me. But whatever is on this building needs to be figured out. Oh, it's the S, it's the, oh, it's the, oh. I think it's the same thing that's on that guy's hat. S. L. A. 5. Yeah, these are all the same. It's critical for them to figure that out. And it's critical for them to figure out why is it that, well, Tim Mullen has the answers. That's all I know. Tim Mullen has the answers. Tim Mullen has the answers to all this shit. The guys then disappear, and this is what's left. So when it shows this, do you see how this small little barn, that moved? That little thing had like a little house in front. Like all these things moved, you guys, and it's very symbolic to that guy's drawings. Extremely symbolic. And this is what it winds up looking like before I show you summer. It looks like a hodgepodge. So whoever did the editing really sucked at it. There's Summer's box. There are the trees. It's being moved. She's in the trees. She's in the leaves. It's being moved. Here we go. My first visit to the Wells house, August 28th, 2021. Oh my God, you guys, it already hit my heart. My heart already just like got all warm because I know I'm about to show you the story. Oh my God. Okay, you guys, buckle up. Fuck. Summer running down the yard to greet me. Now, when you guys, whoever didn't see these videos, this is what he put in the video. And we're all like, what the fuck is he talking about? Summer running to greet him. Now, Tim Mullen has photos, has summer within these frames, actually. Now, I'm going to show you this first one, but the other ones you'll see is this first one represents summer. All the way back here. Starting all the way in the back of the property. Watch what happens. Summer running down the yard to greet me. The happy dogs all being friendly. Oh God, here she is. Summer running down the yard to greet me, the happy dogs being friendly. Visual of the valley and God hearing the prayer. Watch this, you guys. This is what changes here. He fucking shows summer. This little girl here in pink moves. These boxes here in the window disappear. They're there, these are the boxes, and then they're gone. This little girl, when it's smaller, is summer. It's summer. Here's her V. This is the house. This is her house. She fucking moves. This changes. The boxes, watch what happens. The boxes move and she moves. Look. Look at the boxes. Now look at her. Wait, I'm going to put up a close-up. Let me put side by side so you see how they move. Here she is not anywhere in the doorway. Here she's in the doorway. Wait. Page 116. Wait, I want to put these side by side. So here she's in the doorway. And here she's not. She moves. And it looks different. They're not the same. You have to look at these pieces here. Right here. The framework. This is in the door. It's not here. This is in the door. Right here. It's not in the door here. The boxes in the window change. Now you have one box and she's completely moved over to the opposite location. See? One box, as I blow it up, you can't see it. One box, and now she's over here, which this makes no sense. Because she was over here. This is not the same as that. I believe that this is summer, and it goes with, see how bad it looks? Because he made her really little. so you can't really blow it up. But it goes with him talking about summer. And the boxes come and go. Now look where she's at. She's all the way over here, and there are no boxes left. She's consistently moving. You guys, this is Tim Mullen's video. This little girl here is moving. These are photos of summer. Obviously, it's all allegedly. Who else would it be if it wasn't summer? This person is moving. Moving. Look at it here. Look at her here. There is a lot going on here. There's so much going on here, you guys. The boxes go away, and that's summer. This is the string. This is the string that holds the symbol. This is the bamboo stick. It disappears as summer disappears in this video. All of a sudden, this tree covers it up. Covers it up. Here's Summer by her box. There's no tree here. There's no tree, because what you want to see is this, because this and this are the elements, you guys. Summer's over here. Here's a pole. But this is the string that hangs off of the window. That is the string that hangs here. See the string? This is the string. This is the string. This is the pole. That string, see it? You see her by the other pole? See the string hanging out the window? Thank you for those wands. That is the string hanging out the window, and then that goes away. But it's all here. And it all makes sense as it is all together. There's the string, and then it's hanging out the window. There's no boxes in there. Summer's box is on top of the house. The maroon box is on the top. And then all of a sudden, the tree shows up and you can't fucking see it. And then they make fake water because something's going on that's all fake. It's all fake. And then there's a tree. And this is all supposed to be the same the same house, and it isn't. It changes, you guys. So no matter what it is, it's like they try to create an illusion. This is the journey of summer. This is summer's journey. I know that these houses are not the same. One has a tree, one doesn't have a tree. You know why? Because anyone could use a blade of grass to cover shit up. That's what he did. But that little pink little person there is Summer. I'm telling you, it's Summer. And then what? They build a tree because that's Summer's tree? Now there's a tree there? There wasn't a tree there. Yeah, there's a ton of shit going on in the water. That's Summer in the pink little dots. Now there's a tree. There's a rope. Now they covered up her maroon box on the roof with the tree. This is what it is. This is the Summer Moon Wells Missing Children story. And there's her box now. Here is the box right down here. It's not on the roof. It's right here. It's a pole. And that's supposed to be Summer. And this is how they show the tunnel to hell. We've seen this on the Wells property. You've seen this by their shed. You have seen this many places, but notice how he sucks at the editing. Here, there's like nothing. No fence, but here's the house, so it's right against the house. Here's water, no water. Like, they just couldn't keep it consistent. There's something coming out of this hole. Yeah, there's so many elements. But this shows that this is part of the story. Part of the story, and they just can't keep things consistent. And his video was more than telling. More than telling. And no matter what you say, I don't give a fuck if you use a blade of grass or not. You did a real shitty job in this one. I mean, this is supposed to be the same location. Now the hole is gone, covered with fake green trees. Here they decided to put cement. But here's the house with one little teeny window. So this just shows you that it's a bunch of crock of shit. And this was his last video, was this scene. And this is a scene of the sacrifice. This is the scene of the sacrifice. You've seen this before. You've seen this in John Wayne Gacy. You saw this in the Idaho 4. It's a symbol. This is the sacrifice, you guys. This is what they do. And Tim Mullen is showing it in the video loud and clear. Loud and clear. That is Summer Moon Wells' box. And if someone doesn't recognize the fact that this shit is underground and they're all they're doing is showing the same situation, wood underneath, that's a cross in front of you guys. That's a cross. There is no difference between, let me show you. Let me show you the one with the cross. This here is a cross. That's a cross. And that goes under. This situation is no different than what I showed you right up here, that they tried to show you in the bell, in the clock. Let me grab it. It is the same as this. So they're showing, they may be showing in different locations, but this is all the same information. You know, it's just showing it differently. That's all. But it's telling the same story. It's telling the same story. Same story. Look. You could see that that's underground, and you see that that's a cross. This is a sacrifice. This is not a fucking, warehouse. This is a sacrifice. This is Summer Moon Wells' story. This is Summer Moon Wells' story. It's right here. It's right in that picture. It's right here. I blew it up. His videos tell you. It tells you. This is her journey. This is her story. This is Summer Moon Wells' story, you guys. She went through fucking shit and back again. There are only a few things that are important in here, and it's the ones that are the elements. But Tim Mullen does tell it correctly. And this shows that it goes back centuries, it goes back years, and he shows this. This is a photo he says is right on the wall in which he's standing. I'm not really quite fucking sure how he could stand there when, he could show that when he's standing and holding the same thing in his own goddamn house. Is he the master of the key? Is he the one that we've been looking for? Tim Mullen, you have it in your hands. Do you see what you have here? Do you understand what you're showing here? You can't be that stupid. If you think no one is going to put this photo together with what's been going on in that building since 1970s, really? Really? You are holding the A. Same one that they're holding here. These are the boxes, and you are fucking holding it. For all of these kids, they all want the same justice. They're all doing and holding the same information as you're showing here. I believe that this is Kylie Rodney being brought to her death the same way. Same way. I believe that what they're showing in Ryan Upchurch's video is the same fucking sacrifices. This. All of a sudden, he's showing it really clearly. And I believe all of these guys are the same. Going back to Amber Alert in the left upper corner, to Brian Kohlberger's father, to whoever was in Kylie Rodney's killing, and to whoever is running the Tennessee group. There's no difference. All these little critters that you think no one's going to notice. No, we see them. We see you. And we're here to bring justice to the kids, because I could see the story right through these fucking woods. These woods and the trees and the leaves and the branches are speaking. I didn't ask for them to speak to me. It's what it does. It's part of my purpose. And so help me God, I will fill that purpose. Whatever is in the stories that lie within these branches, are coming out. Tim Mullen, you cannot stop it. You fucked with the devil, and the devil's coming down. Can't stop it. You're not smart enough. You're not smart enough. You're weakened. The children have strengthened, and they have broke down the barriers. You have nothing to lean on. Nobody is here to rescue you, and no one is there to greet you. You will not meet or see anyone in the resurrection. Do you see what's going on here? This is the work of spirit. This is the work of the angels that are saying, it's time. The story is being told every time I open up YouTube through the YouTube creators that just don't get it. It's all coming out because the children have come together. They're standing strong, and they're basically saying, fuck off. They're done with you guys. They're done with you guys. They don't need you anymore. They've built their own army. They understand life now. They get what's going on. And they're not eating from the same bowl of chili that you are. Not anymore. Not anymore. What you see here going on in this photo is exactly what is happening. This is now no longer, this is no longer unreadable. It's not. It's not. This is no longer a secret to anybody. Nobody. This is no longer misunderstood. This is no longer acceptable. You hear me? You hear me? So stop it. You guys are looking like fucking idiots. Childish, idiot games. This is what we will see beneath the photos you are trying to show everybody. Game is over. You're done. You're all looking like you're playing a child's game. And guess what? The kids are winning. The children are winning. You no longer have the upper hand because this here is completely understandable. Can't help it, but it is. You can't hide the weenie anymore. You can't. The kids are way too strong. You guys are so fucking weak. You have lost it. You have lost the upper hand. You have built the army of the children that are back there. You guys are the ones who have built the army. They didn't want to do it. You all kept bringing the kids over there because you wouldn't stop. Well, peekaboo. We found ya. Duck, duck, goose is right. I like that one. Duck, duck, goose. Duck, duck, goose, you're it. You're it. So stupid. You guys are just... Oh, it's so irritating how dumb. On that note, the hide and seek game. You better go hide because we're seeking. On that note, I am done for the night. This was so good. I couldn't wait to do this one. I just couldn't wait. Couldn't wait because I know that Summer. I know that that's her journey. I know that's her story because stupid ass motherfuckers had to keep telling it over and over and over and over. So the kids actually understand it, so we get it now. You guys, I have to go get something to eat. You guys, thank you all so much for being here. And Muffin Top, thank you. I watch all the words you guys say. And everyone in chat, it's just so amazing. Hi, Rachel, Lisa, all the other ones who came in. Joe, Rumple, oh my God. Oh my goodness. Look at all that. All the faces. When you guys have time, just open up their videos and just watch them and just look at them and watch what it tells you. It actually tells the story. It actually does tell the story. All right, you guys, I am calling it quits. My throat is just so done. Thank you all for being here. God bless you all. Thank you, DJ. Yes, let's get some justice going. Let's hope that the law enforcement pay attention because this is a freaking match. It's a match. Crazy. All right. Thank you. Love you all. God bless you all. Thanks for coming in and stay tuned for the next one. Good night, guys.